Hello, darling. The message that I got coming in so far is that everything can change overnight. And those little changes add up over time, just like the phases of the moon. I feel like someone has a grandfather or father figure that is watching over them right now. I'm seeing a kind of balder guy with kind of a big round nose, okay? But it feels like this father figure, grandfather figure, is watching over you and has you wrapped up. It's a very protective, loving energy, and that's just confirmation for someone, okay? I'm gonna get a collective reading to see what's going on, what is changing overnight, and how is it gonna add up? What is this about? Spirit, my higher self, my darling's higher self, thank you so much for using me as a channel to guide and instruct. I ask for the most clear and concise messages, information, feelings, and sensations to flow through me for the betterment of my darling and for the highest good of everyone involved. Thank you so much, Spirit. And thank you for being here. I hope that you're feeling fantastic today. Let's see what we got out so far. At the bottom, we have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So the energy has been building up, and it feels like you're ready to burst. It feels like something is ready to burst and initiate something new here. But it's been a long time coming. Wow, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. You could be an Aries or dealing with an Aries, or this will be significant around Aries season. Then we have nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon, and step out of your comfort zone, north node. This is a message that is saying if you have been validating reasons to stay in your comfort zone out of fear, there's really this pushing that's insisting on you believing that things can change overnight, and those steady changes add up, okay? My kitty cat is here, so someone's being protected. He's a protector energy. And I feel like he's also telling you to get cozy and rest. Okay. Okay, some of you could be a knitter. I knitted that blanket that he's laying on. So something about yarn crafts could be significant. You don't have to be a knitter. You could be a crocheter. You don't have to be. Anyways, it feels like Spirit is really encouraging you to take an initiator role in your life right now, because the reason you've been staying put out of fear is null and void, because everything can change overnight, okay? You don't have to stay in the same stagnation that you've been in if you've been in stagnation, or if things have felt stagnant. It's just encouraging you to believe that things can change on a dime, okay? A fiery climax approaches. Things are about to change overnight, and it's time to take action. That should be confirmation for you. That should be confirmation for you. You've already felt that, and maybe you've been, using logic and reason to talk yourself out of believing such delusionalness. Everything can change overnight. I picked up my deck to start tarot, and the first two cards, which I shuffle this after every reading, and I don't look at it, so this is fresh energy. Everything can change overnight. It can be slow 1 minute. It can be kind of painstaking with patience, and then crash, bang, boom, the Tower, Sagittarius and Scorpio energy. Everything can change overnight. So why are you holding back? Four of Pentacles. Why are you holding back? It's time to double those pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles and put in the effort, knowing that things can change overnight, and the small changes add up to something big, like the phases of the moon. That's just really emphasized right now. I'm going to keep these two out, okay? They wanted to be out. I said, don't shuffle us. We're part of this reading, Miss Ma'am. Put us down on the table. Okay. Everything can change overnight. Spirit, what's changing overnight that my darling needs to be aware of and to consider and to believe in? Nine of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Seven of Cups. It feels like, and the Moon. King of Swords at the bottom. This is a wake-up call for someone who says that they know their value, worth, they know who they are, and they just don't understand why things haven't changed yet. And this is a wake-up call for you to say, if Spirit saying, if you really truly believed that you were worthy of having it all, being it all, having the recognition, feeling successful, then it wouldn't matter what's happening around you. That's a belief and a feeling and a knowing that starts within first. It has to be your truth first. You have to make up your mind about that. You don't wait for the circumstance to prove to you. You know who you are. And then you will align with circumstances that reflect that. If your circumstances are not reflecting that, and it's sowing seeds of doubt because your circumstances around you don't reflect that, the fact that they are able to sow seeds of doubt within you shows that the inner work still needs some tweaking. The little things add up. These little moments, these little beliefs, they add up and they matter, like the phases of the moon. Okay? It feels like as soon as you are no longer confused and you're no longer swayed by circumstantial evidence or lack thereof, then the change happens with the Two of Wands. Could be dealing with the Pisces. Don't have to be. Or you could be a Pisces. Don't have to be dealing with anyone. Pisces season could be significant. Pisces and Aries are neighbors. So this could be like coming up. We're in Aquarius right now. Right now, or about to be. Gosh, I should keep up with that. Have we entered the season of Aquarius yet? I'm not sure. I'm not an astrologer. I'm just a tarot reader with a loud mouth. Okay, Spirit. What do you want me to encourage my darling here about truly getting into those fine detailed beliefs in themselves? Everything can change overnight. That wants to show, what is it? Ace of Cups. Everything can change overnight. Focus. Thank you. Everything can change overnight, and it all starts with the feeling and the knowing and the commitment. This is self-love. This could be about love and relationships as well, but I'm getting the seed being sown within you first, okay? Your belief in what you're worthy of, your belief that you are valuable, that you are not asking too much, that what you have to offer is remarkable, thus what you receive is remarkable. That exchange of energy, it feels like Spirit really wants you to focus on feeling the worthiness. Not saying you feel it, not saying you believe it, but really going in and feeling it for yourself. Treating yourself in a way, showing up for yourself in a way that proves to you that you are as worthy as you claim you know you are. You got the Strength card, Leo energy. Focus. Thank you. It almost feels like the identity that we have created for ourselves in the story that we tell ourselves is that, no, I totally know that I am worthy of love and respect and admiration and being taken care of. I'm worthy of having my needs met. I'm worthy of meeting my needs. I'm worthy of all my desires. I know that. It's just that even though I'm worthy of it, I'm not in an environment that caters to that. And that again is a belief that says I'm just too much for my environment, therefore I don't get my needs met even though I'm worthy of having my needs met. Why do you believe that you're in a situation permanently, possibly, where your needs just aren't able to be met despite your worthiness? what is that belief telling you? What is that belief telling you? And is that a favorable belief to continually confirm through your witnessing of your circumstances? Is that something that you want to continually seek out and say, see, I knew it. See, I knew it. See, I knew it. See, I knew it. Is that something that you want? There's something that we need to resist feeling, and there's something that we need to also surrender into feeling. Everything can change overnight. 9 of Pentacles. When this truly aligns, when you recognize the wisdom of the owl, the wisdom of the owl. Owls are nocturnal, they come out at night. Nighttime being your subconscious reigns free. You might want to be someone who possibly listens to sleep affirmations to help really saturate your subconscious with ideas. Okay, this could also be about using Sat's work. Okay, I forget what it's. State akin to sleep. Yeah, Neville Goddard technique, Sats. Before you go to bed, I want you to take a few minutes, okay, to really focus on the ideal as if it were already happening. I want you to, feel the temperature of the room in this scene that you want to create, that you want to experience in your life. I want you to feel the temperature of the room. I want you to feel, the way your feet feel walking across the floor, or the way, your hands feel whenever you're getting the news that you want to receive. I want you to embody those feelings as if it happened and not as if you're imagining it. And I want you to replay that scene before you go to sleep. Okay, and if you can get into a place of really focusing on that for like over a minute, where you don't get distracted by other thoughts, you don't get distracted by things can't change, that's not real, that's imaginary. I want you to really saturate your mind right before you go to sleep, and then put on those sleep affirmations and be thankful that this scene is going to play out. Okay, you're going to see some amazing things transform overnight. Okay, another thing that I want you to get used to is not needing signs. Not needing signs. If you get signs, I don't want you to be like, oh, wow, I've got a sign that this is going to happen. Because there's, in that excitement, there can be a tinge of doubt that it was going to happen. And if we hang on to signs, then we're detached from the outcome. We're hanging more on to seeing signs than we are something playing out in reality. So I want you to get attached to your scene playing out with gratitude, because you've seen it, you've experienced it, you've walked it, you've talked it, you've felt it, you have experienced it, therefore it is done. And I want you to see how things change around you with you first going into the place that it's already done. You're already in a place and in an environment that reflects the worthiness that you are. Okay? This could be really good for you. It will be really good for you. It's not could be. The moon. There's so much subconscious work that needs to happen. Okay? 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, don't be afraid of the fears, okay? I'm not gonna sit here. I'm gonna focus. Oh, I've got to deal with my camera, okay? When I was setting up the new area, I pressed some buttons, and I have no idea what buttons I pressed trying to get that thing mounted, okay? So I've got to figure out why it's being slow to focus and stuff. But anyways, if you feel fear and doubt that you feel like it's really hard to let go of, I want you to acknowledge those. I don't want you to try to run from those feelings. I want you to acknowledge them as feelings, as temporary, as residual energy, okay? I want you to acknowledge it, process it, don't feed it, just process it, and then let it go so that you can focus on what you truly want and not just your fears, okay? It's really interesting. Everything can change overnight. Tell me, okay, we've got more cards dropped. More cards dropped. Emperor, Three of Swords, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Yeah, it feels like we've been stuck on signs, wanting signs, wanting signs, wanting signs, and that's an insecurity. It's an insecurity. It's like we're giving away our power to craving the signs, and then when the signs don't happen, then we're panicked that it's not true. Okay? Understandable, but let's detach from our it almost feels like an addiction to signs. Let's detach from that need and be okay with the unfolding of what you desire in its own time. Let's work on it. It's okay if it takes some time and you gotta work through those fears. I'm not telling you to eradicate your fears overnight, but you can make a decision. You are the operant power of your reality. Emperor card, Aries there. You're the operant power of your reality. And you do have the ability to decide, I'm no longer going to focus my mind on disappointment and pain and things falling through. I'm no longer going to pay more attention to the signs of failure than the signs of reward, of gratification. Like I'm no longer doing this. I have to be very conscious of my mental choices, of my emotional choices. That is what's going to spark a change. Taking full ownership and accountability over your focus. It will. And the thing is that this is a change that already wants to come in. What you desire and what you've been looking for and wanting is already done. It's already created. If you can feel it, know it, imagine it, experience it, then it is done. And all you have to do is align yourself to knowing that it's more true than untrue. Okay? Takes practice, but sats and sleep affirmations would be really beneficial, okay? And on it is, you know, an end of an era kickstarting into the beginning of a new era, or an end of a universe kickstarting the beginning of a new universe. You're in a universe, a reality right now that feels very defeating despite trying to fight for ownership of it and leadership. And as soon as you switch the fight into just I am the operant power, then we get into that seated throne and things falling into place, okay? You have to be very decisive with your thoughts. Knight of Swords, you do, yeah. Okay, what's changing overnight? What's changing overnight? Stop, yeah, the the lies, the subconscious lies. It's like there's one little pesky thing that feels innocent, okay? That feels so minuscule, it feels sneaky. And it's a subconscious belief, okay? And what's changing overnight with your dedication, your decision making, is you're like, actually, that little tiny voice, that little tiny belief that feels pure and white is actually a rat. It's actually a rat that's just sowing conflict in my subconscious, okay? So this is you being very honest with yourself about the dishonesty with yourself, okay? There's something that you truly, okay, here's a good way to tell if this is actually your reading, okay? If I told you that things will change overnight, that things can change overnight, how many of you scoffed? How many of you rolled your eyes and were like, yeah, okay, sure. That's the little rat of a belief that is keeping you stuck. Things can change overnight. Things do change overnight all the time. And even if it's a little change, it adds up. It adds up. I would love for you to just go read Neville Goddard, okay? I would love for you to read Neville Goddard. I'm also reading a book called The Parallel Universes of Self. And I would really recommend everyone read that book alongside me, because I'm still reading it. That little belief is what is tethering you to feeling like you're worthy, but in an environment of unworthiness. Okay, what's changing overnight? Okay, that's a lot. Well, they said not those cards on the floor, but look at this. Oh, what changes overnight? The sun rises again. Where what is hidden in the dark comes out during the day. What is that phrase? I'm butchering the hell out of that phrase. I know. What is hidden in the dark comes to light. Enlightenment. Shining a light on something. More Leo energy with the sun. The whole thing is that it's the sun being the center of our solar system and what, controls our time and our calendars and our days. Everything revolves around this. And when we illuminate the one little belief that truly everything, all of our beliefs revolve around, then you change things. You change things. It does feel like you having this aha around your crown chakra, this new belief, and you stepping into that freedom and that expression of what you desire and feeling the full range of its truth playing out. I really love that. Okay, am I supposed to just, okay, put those back in the deck. The moon. Oh my gosh, what changes overnight? The moon sets and the sun rises. Destiny. Destiny, this is the Wheel of Fortune in this deck. Things can change overnight. Things that you believed were true can be shown as untrue. Things that you believed were untrue can be proven to be true. Things can change overnight. Whatever this means for you. The Empress. You don't want to just be a Nine of Pentacles like you've been showing up in this reading. The difference between the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress is full embodiment. Full embodiment. The Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress, still amazing energy, but there's that one pentacle missing for the Ten of Pentacles, and the Empress has the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna leave this reading here. Spirit, do you want to close it off with any oracle messages? Sacred Symbols Oracle. You can birth a new reality overnight with that Empress. Alright, Spirit, close out this past life. Past lives couldn't never hold me. Lost love is sweeter when it's finally found. Past life, divine feminine guides. Okay, so divine feminine, Empress, Nine of Pentacles, male or female, it doesn't matter. It's that rich, fertile, worthy, nurturing energy, that receiving energy. It feels like we've been in an energy of referring to the past. There's the moon. Referring to the past to build our structure. And there's something here about being guided away from a past way of thinking, being more progressing, phasing with the moon from the past to the future. And to do that, you have to go through water waves. I'm getting the tides that the moon changes, nightly. The changing tides. If you don't want to keep experiencing the same things that keep restructuring and rebuilding, that feel unbreakable, then we have to leave this behind. And we have to move forward. We have to be willing to get on a different wavelength. A different wavelength. What's at the bottom? Nature spirits. Water, again. It starts with doing things that feel naturally good to you. Okay? Doing things that feel naturally good to you. That could be out in nature. You could need some vitamin D. You might need to spend time around plants and flowers and the bees. And that's so weird because at least where I am, it's winter. Okay? I ain't going outside. No. It's too damn cold. But I'll look at it from the window. Okay? In fact, I have a little tree spirit that has a face in it in my front yard, and I say hi to it every day. Yeah. Welcome to my reality. But there's something that you feel naturally good at. That maybe you don't feel naturally good at, but something that makes you naturally feel good. And there's something here about nurturing that, getting into that space where you're in that naturally feeling good, and then stepping into wavelengths towards progressing towards what you want, rather than feeling stuck in a structured past belief. Okay? You got this. You got this. Things are shifting. Things can change overnight. Meditate. That's about that SATS energy, that SATS practice. I really encourage everyone. I encourage everyone. There's a 9 again. 9s could be significant. You might be seeing 9s everywhere. Okay. Or 9. I'm getting the German word for no. 9. Don't tell yourself no for what you want. Make the shift. Make the shift mentally, emotionally, energetically. Get on a different wavelength and watch what happens. Things can change overnight. Things do change overnight, okay? I hope that you feel like this confirmed some information for you, and I hope that it was your reading. I'm gonna leave this here. All right? I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. I love you so much. Take care and ta-ta.